So, last time we established our barony, we'd done a few of the events that kind of came up that we could do and control of things. We selected some like advisors and stuff. But from what I've been told, I might have already fucked up by spending too long dealing with some of those things and spending a lot of time, doing some of the, I'm going to call them like card quests, I'm going to call them, the barony events. We might have spent too long doing some of them already, and we may have messed up. That aside, what we're going to do today is probably actually look round our capital, because we didn't even leave the room, and then hopefully go and do the next recommended thing that we probably should have done about a month ago in game. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. This is a Quite Average Gamer. My name is Duncan and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. Let's go. Welcome in everybody. So we're back in our little throne room, as you can see. And as far as I genuinely can tell, I think we might have messed up. Now, yeah, it's not great, so I don't know how to build buildings. Okay, so I think we have 2 weeks in. Okay. We might not have messed up. I might have time. I might still have time. I need to find Casey. Absolutely. Okay, oh, that's good. We might not have messed up. Oh, you've not got any levels in you whatsoever. I mean, you're going to be an Inquisitor. Sorry, I just need to now. Okay. Awesome. So your wisdom and dex, I think. Nothing to bump up there. Wisdom's good. Strength, not dex. Interesting. Interesting. You have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just put the 5 points in your 5 things. You can get a spell. I feel like I kind of want to make you necromancy, but also maybe heal a little bit. It's interesting. I don't fully know what I want to do with you. I don't even know who I would have you on my squad instead of. I don't understand. What some of these do. Causing fear could be genuinely quite useful for us. Okay, so we've got inflicted light wounds. I mean, cure light wounds could be useful. Bane could be useful. Haze of Dreams could be useful. Removing fear alone could be useful as a spell. I'm going to give you cause fear. So cunningness, if you're getting that, that's fine. We'll complete this level up. You'll have another Inquisitor again. This time you're getting solo tactics. All the Inquisitor's allies are treated as they possess the same teamwork feat as the Inquisitor for the purpose of determining whether the Inquisitor receives a bonus from her teamwork feats. That is awesome. That's actually really useful. You also get a teamwork feat. Okay. I like that. I actually really like that. Oh, wrong one. You're getting an ability, so now for you, we can either give you point blank shot, which I don't feel we do, because we're pretty much using her as a melee focus, so why not just stick with that and keep her with her scythe? Give her that weapon focus of a scythe. Your teamwork feat. Well, you're being flanked. Okay, interesting. Precision strike could be useful. We don't really use shields with you. I think I'm going to give you precision strike. I like the look of that. You're getting another level 1 spell, which I honestly want to... I'm really tempted to give you just Cure Light Wounds. Your perception went up, blah blah blah. Brilliant. Completely forgot that we needed to level her up. You're getting another Judgment. Okay, so you get an extra use of Judgment, whatever the fuck that is. You're also getting an extra ability point, which... If I give you a +1 to Wisdom, it's not doing much. Same with any of them. That's what's recommended. I'm going to stick with that. Because I don't really know how to build these characters whatsoever. You're now getting 2 level 2 spells. Interesting. Inflicting moderate wounds, because that'll work as a healer and a damage for yourself. Bone Shaker sounds awesome. I'm going to take Bone Shaker. As a damage dealer, I'm taking that. I like the sound of them. Level 5, you're getting Bane. So you would get 5 rounds of Bane on a weapon. That sounds like it should be really useful. I'm just not 100% sure what that actually is. You're getting another ability. Let's see, what do I think would be good for you? I don't really know, because I'm not actually 100% sure what I want to use you for. So you're recommending power attack. Actually, I think power attack would be quite useful for you. You're getting another spell, so in that case I'm going to take Cure Moderate Wounds. So you can do a bit of healing and damage with spells if needed. Sweet. Is there anyone else that I've just forgot about? I just want to quickly check. No, we are all good in that regard. Brilliant. So, couple of things then. Is one, I didn't expect any of that to happen. It's a lot of weight to carry, so I'm going to just ignore that for just now. I'm trying to see if we have a... I don't think we have a scythe, per se, that we can give her. She can take Cloak of Resistance. I can't remember if she is Hide or Chainmail Armor. So I'm going to just take them with me just now. Those rings aren't going to help me much, which is all fine. Personal chambers is there. Let's see what's in our personal chambers. We haven't even looked around. We have a bed we can rest on. The fuck is that? A flail +1, I'm assuming that'll be. Yes. Harim uses a flail. Doesn't he? Harim, you're using a flail, no? No. Oh, it's Ragongar, Ragongar. You're using a flail. Have a flail +1. Brilliant. You're using medium armor. That's benefit for you. Hold on, your AC right now is 18. Your AC with that is still 18, but you do get this resistance now, which is fine. That, and that can go away. Sorry, but I also just stopped recording like an idiot. So that's the only thing in there. Let's leave. We don't need to rest. I think we're fine. Although rest maybe actually wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's have a quick look around just in case there's anything we're missing, which is always a possibility. Storyteller? Okay, interesting. We haven't spoken to Lindsay, she can just stay where she is. Hi. The man standing before you resembles an elf, but a very old one. His face is wrinkled, and his beard is as white as a mountain snow. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. Excuse me. The old man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing to mind a fish brought ashore. Ah, who is there? Is that you, your grace? Who are you? I am an elf from Keonan. My name is not important. I am the storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends of ancient times. The man smiles, but it doesn't seem to be directed towards you. Keonan is the homeland of the elven race of Galarian. Keonan was almost completely evacuated by the elves just before the fall of the Starstone. They only recently, by elven standards, returned to Galarian to reclaim their ancient homeland, and have become an isolationist realm, allowing a few non-elven visitors into their misted, shrouded capital, Idara. Long ago, I was a smith in Keonan. The fire of the forge has burned out my eyes, but I am grateful for it. If I could see, I would yet forge suits of armour for Iadara's guards. Instead, I have stepped on the path of an adventurer and gatherer of ancient legends. The old man ponders silently for a moment. Many peoples are long dead, their homes crumbled to dust, and their bodies turned to ash. Only legends can still tell us of their triumphs and defeats, their joys and fears. I would be so interested to hear stories told about us after our demise. I have always been drawn to the Stolen Lands, where countless expeditions, armies, and even kingdoms have met their untimely ends. When I learned of a new barony being founded in the heart of these lands, I knew I wanted to be part of its story, so I made the journey here. Are you really an elf? Do other elves age like you have? A common question. Despite my unusual looks, I am an elf. And an old one, yes. Perhaps older than any other elf of Keonan. However, I doubt my age alone is responsible for my appearance. I kept the stories of many people and races, some forever gone, from the face of Galarian, but they live on in my memory and my heart. When I accept a new story, I lock it within myself, bearing the weight of its words and the emotions they invoke. I sometimes think that I probably should have died long ago, but some incomprehensible force is keeping me alive and granting me the ability to continue my quest to gather stories. Be it divine power or fell curse, I am grateful either way. How could you tell it was me? The old man smiled slightly. It is not so hard to recognise a ruler by the way he walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, your grace. Alright, would you care to trade stories with me? The man's voice rustles like autumn leaves. I am a collector, not a trader. If I share a story with you, you receive the power to pass it further, changing or embellishing it, whether willingly or not. Can I be certain you will keep my stories intact in the absolute purity? The storyteller ponders for several moments. No, I do not think so. At least, not yet. These legends are the most precious valuables of this world, the last remnants of ancient tribes. They are beacons illuminating the way to the past, allowing us to meet generations long gone. I cannot let their light fade. The path to the past must not be lost. The old man thinks for a moment, then continues. But I can offer you a deal, your grace. If on your journeys you discover items that come from eras past, bring them to me, and if my eyes can see the stories that these relics hold, I will gladly share them with you. And if you find all the pieces of any ancient artifacts, I can even recall my smithing skills to unite them and restore their power. I have sold loads of shit that he would have collected. I am an actual idiot. I need a wise advisor at my court. Would you like to serve me in matters of state? The storyteller's voice grows soft. Thank you for your words, but I am unlikely to be able to interpret the intricacies of the political world or the affairs of the treasury, but my advice regarding the magics of the arts would be useful to any ruler. I will leave you to your legends till we meet again. The storyteller doesn't answer, his unseeing eyes staring ahead blankly. Okay.
Will this ever end?
What are my two options here, sorry? So I can go to the capital square or the area. No, it's capital square we want to go to, because we have not explored this area whatsoever. So I'm very interested to see pretty much what happens, what it's like, what it looks like now.
Hello, my savior. You asked if we'd meet again, and here I am.
Oh, yes, the Guardian of the Bloom. A savoury aroma of herbs and flowers is the first thing that lets you know that your long-time acquaintance is here. The nymph looks at you in a strange way, like she's never looked at you before. And then she said what she said.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
Are we talking about touching the power, or are we about to bang?
I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or ominous. I was happy to help. I'll see you soon in the Verdant Chambers.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter's snow.
Boom. Right. Map me, please, 'cause I have no idea what anything is. So, Octavia, I'm assuming Ragongar, Harim's over there, Valerie's chilling over there, Tristan over there, Casey's house is here. We have some merchants and stuff. Into the house. Okay, so we have some houses and things. So we have seen some of this stuff before, just maybe not much. Let's speak to Verdal. A young dwarf, red-haired, neat and surprisingly clean-shaven, stands leaning against a sledgehammer. He's busy reading some book, but as you approach, he looks up and bows slightly. Greetings, Your Grace. I am Verdal, a blacksmith. What can I do to help you? Tell me about yourself. What is there to tell you, Your Grace? I'm a blacksmith. My father was a blacksmith. My grandfather was a blacksmith, and his grandfather too. Besides, every one of them were remarkably fertile, so I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, third cousins, and all of them are blacksmiths too. Pretty much all the weapons in Myvon were forged by someone from our family. That's why I moved away from the old home grounds. My skills are more useful here, that's for sure. Myvon is one of the more stable of the River Kingdoms. I don't know why that read wrong in my head. It began as a refuge for the Eldori sword lords who fled Rosslyn during the rule of Corral the Conqueror. Many sword lords settled there in Myvon, bringing with them the expertise and knowledge of the ancient discipline of the sword lords. Warriors from as far away as Garin to make pilgrimages to Myvon to study their secrets. To earn the right to stay, the applicant must pass a series of increasingly difficult duels. You look a little unusual for a dwarf. Verdal sighs and runs his fingers through his hair. You expect to see a beard, eh? No offence, but what's the point of a beard, especially when you're a blacksmith and working with fire? You burn it once, dip it into lightning oil, and catch a spark from the forces your beard is history. You're better off without one. What are you reading? He looks a little confused. Well, different things. It's nice to take a rest with a good book. Just now it's Valor and Honour, 10 adventures of the splendid Willis Gunderson and Absalom. Okay, let me see what you have to sell, my friend. Oh my god, awesome looking stuff. Cold iron weapons. Adamantine full plate. Interesting. Mithril full plate. Doubly interesting, but I'm a bit paranoid to spend big money at the moment, so I'm not going to. Okay, I like him, he's cool. Hassif, you see a dark-skinned, wiry man with a weather-beaten face and a happy smile on his face. He is dressed luxuriously, and his dark hair and neat moustache are exquisitely coiffured? Queeford. No, it's not queeford, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's definitely not that word, Duncan. Let's go for coiford and hope I never need to say it again. Jesus Christ. The man bows to you, spreading his arms a little. Hassif from Absalom is happy to welcome you, Your Grace. Come, take a look at the best wares we travelling merchants have to offer, please. Come take a look. Tell me about yourself. My pleasure, Your Grace. The merchant smooths his moustache and commences his story with an air of importance, speaking in a sonorous voice, gesturing wildly. Hassif's family was not rich, and he, as many in Absalom, had to start from the very bottom. As a child, while his peers chased pigeons and stole apples at the market, he worked at a tannery. Oh, I can still smell this disgusting stench. The man pulls out a heavily perfumed handkerchief and waves it in the air. Ahem. Well, the young apprentice worked hard, saved every coin, and soon managed to purchase that tannery from his former master. Then, as soon as he had enough money, he opened his own trading agency. After 10 years, countless deals, and many tours in his caravan, Hassif was one of the most successful merchants in Absalom, thus writing his name indelibly in the history of the great city. The merchant looks at you with pleasure. Well, how was that? I'm looking for a writer so I can dictate my memoirs. I think many would find it interesting and useful to learn more about me. What is the secret of your success? There is no secret. Perseverance, strength of character, attention to detail, the gift of persuasion, charm, all this among many other things are key to success in my profession. But if I did have a secret, who would I be to share it with anyone? The merchant laughs merrily, his hands rubbing his sides. Why did you leave Absalom, the centre of global trade, for some young barony in the stolen lands? This is a long story. I don't think your grace would be interested. Come, tell why you left Absalom, I insist. The merchant groans theatrically. Very well, as you wish, your grace. It was about a woman. When I was still young, I fell in love with the daughter of a judge, an important person in Absalom. For many years I tried to win her heart, but she was cold as stone. I should have given up, but this is not in my character. In the end, I did manage to win her love, but I was unready for it. Hassif swallows and rubs the back of his head. As Abadar is my witness, the flames of hell burn inside this woman. I could not live with her for even 6 months. Tenderness and passion one day, screaming and scandal the next. Sometimes she would break into my office during business meetings to make a jealous scene, and sometimes pull me by the collar from the finest taverns in town. I couldn't sleep. I was nervous all the time, and it started to affect my business. I realised there was nothing else to do but run. Leaving her and remaining in the city would be impossible, even in such a city as Absalom. I decided never to return, and I still fear that wild cat of a woman will follow my trail. He stops talking and stares into space without blinking. Although sometimes, after a couple of jars of wine, I still remember her. Perhaps it was I who unleashed this tornado in her, if somehow I'd behaved differently. Yeah, mate, probably. You were probably a bit of a dick, weren't you? Let's see what you have to sell. So you have some weapons. Oh, okay. That would be an interesting shield to get for Val at some point. Ring of Luck. Ring of Plentiful Hunts. I thought I said Hurts at first. Ring of Protection. Ring of the Beast King. Okay, a lot of pretty good equipment then. Potions, scrolls, wands, build points, a bag of holding, that would be so fucking useful. Dinosaur bones? A merchant would pay well for it, also used to cast certain spells? Okay, interesting. Okay, so far a couple of kind of unique characters, I'd say, that we have. This is Zarsi. The tiefling girl looks as though she's made of springs. She cannot stand still for a moment. She nods her head, snaps her fingers, and taps her feet to an inner, whirling song. Seeing you, she quickly waves her hand and breaks into a wide smile, and immediately starts jabbering. Ye Grace, welcome. What you want? Scrolls? I have them. You won't regret it. My suppliers will bring more scrolls for sale if you manage to attract more mages to your lands. More mages, more demand, and more goodies for you. So go build them libraries and we'll both profit from it. Could you speak a bit more slowly? Sure, as you wish. Who are you? Larcy the Great Gobbler. Fuck's sake, man. Larcy the Great Gobbler at your service. The girl bows with a wild smile. Best spells, charms, jinxes, and hexes for the best barn across all the river kingdoms. Buy it all and don't be stingy, you won't regret it. Where do your goods come from? It's a family business. I've got siblings all across Mendev. They pinch every... they're very creative suppliers. And I sell all. Get it now, don't hesitate. My goodies are great! Like Tony the Tiger, apparently. So scrolls and wands. Right, scrolls and wands, that's what we're looking at. Yep, sweet. Okay. Mental. Is this the... No, it's a tree. Random priestess. A travelling merchant, let's speak to him. Enio the travelling merchant is a tanned half-elf merchant, gives you a polite bow. His thick chestnut hair shows a slight touch of grey at his temples, a sure sign that he's in his 7th decade. Mature, but not old age for a half-elf. I'm happy to welcome you, Your Grace. I am Enio, wandering trader in curiosities. I have come to your land recently and hope to stay here for a while, until the road calls me again. Oh shit. Tell me about yourself. I prefer to travel the wild and sparsely populated corners of the continent. The farther I wander from the big cities and trade routes, the less competition I have from the rich merchant guilds. In my travels, I sometimes manage to acquire true curiosities, of course. Sometimes I get into trouble instead. Few can boast of escaping a giant scorpion by climbing a mammoth cactus. So you have some random shit. Okay. Who is Arinso? Arsino. A woman in rich, gold-embroidered clothes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the colour of molten gold, shine brightly in her dusky face. Greetings, noble ruler of these lands. My name is Arsino. I'm a messenger from the Temple of Abadar in Absalom, and I come here assuming the citizens of your young barony could use the service of a priest. She stares at you for a moment, then adds a notable warmth. I'm glad to meet another person marked by the celestial blood here. You're an Asimir, if I'm not mistaken. I suppose it's easy to tell, isn't it? Yes, I'm an Asimir, or Asimir. though I'm not sure how or when the blood of Celestials appeared in my family. Among all my relatives and known ancestors, I'm the only one who inherited it. I must admit, I'm glad this lot fell to me. It draws more attention to me, a useful trait for a priest who wishes to gather a congregation. How did you come to be in my barony? That's a long story and not a terribly exciting one. I was born and raised in Absalom, but I saw a little point in staying there. What's the purpose in promoting the faith of Abadar in a city already so large and well developed? No, I was drawn to backward places, where civilization was just beginning to emerge. It gives me such joy to see the first stones of a new settlement being laid, or to see wilderness that once harboured monsters and criminals become a safe, cosy home for people. I've devoted my life to my travels, choosing to visit a place like your barony. Allow me to say it's a place after my own heart. A city growing over the remains of a bandit lord's lair is exactly the sort of triumph of civilization Abadar prescribes. I hope my skills as a priest will be of service to these lands and their denizens. Tell me about Abadar. Okay. With pleasure. Abaddon is the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth. The core of his teachings is simple. Law and order allow civilizations to develop, which allows people to live in peace and prosperity. If Eris still favours old customs, small settlements, and simple trades like hunting, then Abadar patronises development, complex trades, order, and entrepreneurship. Each priest of Abadar finds something personal in serving him. Some believe that law is the main aspect of their faith, and they guard it zealously. Others put the well-being of their society above all. I personally follow Abadar's teachings that say civilization must penetrate the wildest savage lands and help people live in comfort and safety. I could use help for cleric. I don't really want any schools, I'm just kind of talking shit to people at the moment. As we get to know our lands a little bit better. So this is Casey's house. And that's who we have to speak to. It's one of our quests. A tense silence hangs over the house. Kaisi, your tiefling friend, emerges from the shadows, but her eyes are staring into the distance. She seems to look right past you. No, not now. The turmoil is suddenly over, but you see fear in her eyes. Her blue eyes. It's you. I wanted to say, I'm going to go for the chaotic good of, please don't be afraid. You can tell me the truth. What's going on? The girl closes her eyes and clenches her fist, obviously in the grip of a strong emotion, but one you cannot read. I knew it couldn't last forever. Why did he even make this rule, if he knew it would be impossible to keep? She takes a deep breath, opens her eyes, and speaks with firm resolve. Come what may, you should know, Wesley, that the person you know by the name of Kiise does not exist. My real name is Kalik. Kalike? We're going to go for Kalike, I think. And well, it's a long story, and such stories are better told beside a welcoming fire. Will you hear me out? Yes, let's go. Tell me more, did you get very far? Sorry, everybody. I'm just quickly replying. I love when these things just pop up absolutely fucking randomly out of the blue. Right. The girl rests her head on her arm and stares off into the distance, lost in memory. Stories by the fire, in the desert where I was born, my fondest memory. When the day's done, hosts and guests, parents and children, friends and rivals all gather by the fire under the stars to tell their tales. All they did, all they witnessed, all they heard from other travellers, and the whispers carried by the desert wind. My sister and I often snuck in to hear these stories, hiding in the shadows just beyond the circle of light and warmth. We are hellspawn, you see. Tieflings are unwelcome guests in Kadira, unblessed by the light of the merciful Sarenrae. We grew up sleeping in a common tent, scavenging food here and there like orphans, all but outcast and disowned. We were 13 when we left, and set off to find happiness in the cities, and everyone we left behind sighed with relief. My sister and I we are twins, but as different as the sun and moon. Her name is Kinera, which means silent flame. She's fire, a cold fire, but one that turns everything to ash. I am a river. It brings me joy to give water to tired travellers and nurture green shoots. But when I flood, I am bound to bring death. The girl's eyes are full of sorrow. Despite our differences, we are one. Our lives belong to the divine Nethys, and by his mercy we now live in turns. While one of us is here, the other sleeps in another plane, and when she wakes up, we switch places, just as you just witnessed. What the fuck? This is weird. Interesting, but weird. So we have a few options here. So this is why you didn't remember me when we were talking to Jamande Eldore. This is, and how does it begin 11 turns? What can I do to help? What do you want from me? You must have. Okay, so I'm going to go for the first one. So this why you didn't remember me? How could I remember you? I'd never met you at the time. That was Kinera. She was the one who talked to you at the reception and helped you fight off the assassins. We usually write each other notes recounting in detail all that happened and describing any friends that Kaise had made. But that time we switched right in the middle of a mansion engulfed in fire and filled with assassins. Kinera didn't have the time to write any notes. And how is it you began to live in turns? Kaliki lowers her head. This story. It's one I've never told to anyone before, not one in the whole world, and it's not easy to confide to a stranger. There's too much grief and guilt in it. If you don't mind, I'd rather not go into all the details. You see, my sister died. Oh fuck, okay. And I couldn't go over it. Kinera was killed by a soul eater, a monster summoned by the secret followers of Abaddon's archdemons. Those who summoned him died in the fight, but the beast was too strong for my sister, and I wasn't even there to protect her. Kaliki catches her breath. We just had a fight, and we both did some stupid things just before. I don't want to talk about that just now. When I found out what happened to my sister, I was ready to make a deal with any power. If only I could just get her back, and I found such a power. I was contacted by the Arcanothane, the herald of the god Nethys himself. She promised she would return Canada to life, but on two conditions. First, we must both keep the arrangement a secret. Second, we would never be able to meet again. So our new life began. Now we flee through the world, guarding our secret, always introducing ourselves as Kaise to hide that there are two of us, and we switch places with each other at random. While one lives, the other sleeps in a demiplane, one created specifically for us. And you can't control these switches. No, we can't. They happen at random, most often while we're sleeping, but sometimes in broad daylight. That's why we can never stay in one place for long. When someone witnesses us switch, we usually tell them tales of a special magical way of travelling, but people start noticing strange things and begin to figure things out. Truth be told, I'm so tired of having to pretend. We knew this couldn't last forever, and now the truth is finally out. Oh, what's the point in all of this? You revealed your secret to me. It means you broke one of the rules set by the deity's herald. Yes. Will you make me regret this, Wesley? I felt you might be someone who could help my sister and me change our fates. And I am going to neutrally good say, what can I do to help? That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Kinera was supposed to tell you of an ancient treasury that we'd been looking for. Gold isn't the only thing of value in this place. It may contain an ancient relic, taken by the Taldan raiders from a respected Kadiran temple of Nethys. Oh my god. Taldor. Have we done Taldor before? The mighty empire of Taldor once stretched from the Arcadian Ocean to the border of the Padishah Empire of Kalesh. Aradin himself was said to walk among the people of Taldor, and his religion, a shining beacon unto the world, radiated outward from Taldor's gilded capital of Opara. Taldor's ancient armies of exploration established foothold for the empire throughout Golarion, and its mighty phalanxes marched for thousands of miles during the Shining Crusade to beat back the Whispering Tyrant. Now Taldor is a stunted remnant of its old glory, having lost control of its daughter territories, and it's almost ignored by powerful countries of today, which assume will continue its slow decline for at least another century. It's an unusual relic called the Disc of the Eclipse. I once heard a beautiful story that it created from the shadow that hides the sun and the moon, but I don't think that could be the truth. Nethys is the god of magic, who was once a mortal wizard, and relics from his temples are usually very powerful. There are many among his followers who think that solving the mysteries of magic, even rivaling their deity, is the best way to serve him. One such follower created the disc long ago in the distant past. According to legend, it gave its owner controls over planar travel, but only pairs of wizards bound by unbreakable ties could use it. When one of them travelled the planes, the other was his anchor in our world, and they could switch between. Do you now see why we are so desperately wish to find the disc? It might help us understand how the switch between me and Kinera works, and it should make our divine patron happy. Nethys and his assistants value the desire to understand the mysteries of magic above all else. And how did this disc come to be in the lands? It was brought here by the Taldans from the 5th Army of Exploration. Taldor and Kadira were enemies for the ages. Thousands of years ago, a soldier broke into the Temple of Nethys and stole the relic to sell it or secretly hoard it as an heirloom. Hundreds of years later, his own kin, or the kin of its 100th buyer, brought the disc to these strange lands where the Taldans had come, uninvited as usual, and which they finally vanished with little trace. Sometimes history is an intricate lace. You'd never guess where it begins and where it ends. Tell me about the location. It was called Sorrowflow in the chronicle we read. It was once a Taldan town founded by the veterans of the 5th Army of Exploration. It stood on the shores of a turbulent river, and that was what destroyed it. One night, a terrible flood devastated the settlement, killing many and driving the rest to flee. Only the tower on the cliff remained, which was too high for the flood to reach. Water covered the ruins for a long time, but last year it receded. My friends found a chronicle which recounted the destruction of the city and spoke of the Disc of the Eclipse, which was kept there. They managed to track down the ruins, but were frightened away by the monsters and beasts that roamed the area. If this can help, then I agree. Kaliki's sad eyes get a little warmer. Thank you. I will wait for you there, at Sorrowflow, and please, let's explore the ruins together, just the two of us. I don't want to give myself away again in front of your companions. Breaking the Arcanothane's conditions once was enough. I have no wish to anger our god. So long. Okay. I don't know how I'm meant to travel there safely and explore it without my companions. So that's kind of interesting. Now, the thing that I was kind of reading did recommend that quest is what we do like next, but it is quite difficult a journey, I believe. To do horses, citizens.
Follow me.
Horse, citizens, guards. Is there a way in here? Sorry, it's just me now wandering around. There is. Is this just someone's house yet? A couple of citizens. Hello. Don't really want to rob from my citizens. I feel that would go badly for me. Just random citizens, yes. Cool. So that's the area exit. That's the throne room. Haven't seen all of our companions. Notedly. We have a well. Citizens. Garden. Into the barn. We have a barn.
Will this ever end?
Is there anything of note in the barn? Or just a random ass barn? It's just a random ass barn, okay. As we can just explore our own capital, I guess. Horses, and a dog. Okay. There's our two compadres. Okay, so there's nothing really special there. I don't know if they'd have any unique dialogue for the first time, but it looks like the answer to that is no. Okay, let's go back to the throne room very briefly. I just want to quickly look at something before we head on out. And I guess begin our journey to Sorrowfall. I'm still not 100% sure who I want to take with
Follow
us.
me.
Who's this?
Or don't.
Christian! Were you normally here? Were you all normally here? I want to say no. Apparently, yes. There's Jod.
How may I serve
It looks
you,
more
Your
badass
Grace?
there than it does normally. How are you enjoying your duties as
Everything
High
is
Priest?
all well, Your Grace. I just keep forgetting what a mess it is in the stolen lands, and how troubled are the minds of its people. Sometimes I must listen to such nonsense from my visitors. Erastil, forgive them.
I do need the help for Cleric. No, I don't. I needed something else. I wanted to get some healing potions is what I wanted. Do we have any in our stash? I don't think so. No, we don't, sadly. Right, okay. I don't think I've got to manage our affairs as such. I don't think there was anything. I'm sure I'd done everything that we could do on the affair screen. But there's no harm in just looking one more time. What's my event? What's this? A current dream has recently been troubling the Baron's slumbers. He sees valiant heroes entering ancient ruins to ascend underground, never to return. Their faces show stern resolve, their lips pinched thin. The angry red sun follows the heroes, blah blah blah. Okay, it sounds like a something different. I think I've done that, haven't I? So I feel like we've done that. We have got a new region. Oh, you're doing something over there. You're doing something over there. Right, okay. We have this to do. This ends in one day. Do I deal with that now, or do we... I don't know what I'm meant to do with this problem. I feel like I've got no options there. Okay, cool. Let's head off then. Let's set out on our adventure. And let's maybe make our way to where we need to go to help Casey. So yeah, I'm just gonna type in ascending order. I'm gonna leave all of the food stuff. And I guess stuff like this I can sell. And I'm going to bring some rations with us. Because we have rations, so why not bring them? I just need one more. Yep. Thank you. So that's one full rest with no food. Let's do a very quick save. And I'm going to quickly stop this recording. And then I'll be back for you in a split second. Sorry everybody, I just had to really had to go pee. Which is always fun mid-recording, isn't it? So we're going to leave. I'm happy with what we've got on us. So right now this should be our party. So realistically, the only person I'm generally considering taking is if I take Ragongar or if I take Jaethal. I think I'm just going to stick with what I have. At the moment, I think I'll probably swap some of them around. If we're doing like individual people's like quests and stuff, then they'll probably be brought in. We do need to get there. Oh, that's so much easier. I can do this. Sweet. What's that? So that's what I need to get to, is a way up fucking there. So I guess question is, do we go up? And then go this way, and then try and cross, or would we just go round this way and hope for the best? I don't know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to save, because I'm very curious on how we actually claim stuff. You know? You may still have 3 of its benefits you need to claim corresponding region, return to the resource location. So claim it. I don't understand. Okay, so we have claimed it, that's fine. I just got confused. Let's go, I think I'm going to go this way. I think that makes the most sense. Just going to keep saving because we also have the possibility of missing. Let's try and avoid the encounter if we can. Let's head this way. That looks like a fucking dragon. That still looks like a fucking dragon.
I'm not afraid.
That's certainly not a dragon. What's that? 4 enemies? Ow. Bandit, bandit, bandit. The one over there. Yeah, sweet. Let's hit the brawler. Nice hit, I guess. A necromancer, interesting.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Stab.
Out of my way!
Nice. Tristan, if you could just
Repent!
attack that conjurer. Dog. Nice. Another bandit's appeared. I don't know why, but you look bigger than I am used to seeing you, I feel. You can deal with that on your own. Nice miss. Amiri, hit this. Solid. Val, if you could charge. You're shitting me, right? That's a straight line. Okay. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Okay, we seem like surrounded. Yeah, I'm going to just not deal with this. How does that sound? I'm just not dealing with that. That seems crazy. As such. Let's go this way then. Let's just travel up the river. What the fuck is this? Issue an urgent decree. Wait, can I just fast travel back? The rumour surrounding the bald top hill proved true. The barony has been flooded with monstrous spiders attacking the locals, slaughtering the cattle. Reports indicate that the huge arachnid spread a ghastly disease that weakened the victims with fever and coats their body with blisters. This invasion has to be stopped before panic and infection ravage the stolen lands. This dream one has now popped up again, we know of. So am I meant to go back to do this? Yes, slightly confused. Hold on, what the fuck is this? You can construct buildings to increase your barony stats. Each building has a cost in BP and a construction time. shit, we can build some stuff. Okay. I feel like we want to build this. Right? No, I want to build the shrine. I just don't know where I want to build the shrine. Let's build the shrine there. It's free. And a wooden wall. I guess I feel like I'm doing some smart stuff, right? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I feel like a longhouse and a barracks seems like a smart idea. Like, I'm generally in the stage of, am I doing this right? I don't know. I guess let's not go mental with it. Would be a start. I am so unbelievably confused what to do with this. So am I meant to travel back now? I am so... I know we've got to that. Got to worry about that later. Sorrowful is what we're in the middle of trying to do just now. Why do I feel that I should... I think I need to do this first. So I think our plan to go to Sorrowfall is a bad idea. I actually think we need to go back and deal with this first. I may be wrong, but I feel that might be the case.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Just gonna rest here. Doesn't matter
You keep
really.
babbling on and on about forgiveness, but I've seen you in battle. Standing there, covered in blood from head to toe, the look of doom.
Because if I feel like we can deal with this, we then have like 2 weeks in game to go deal with Sorrow, whatever the fuck it's called again. Get back and maybe deal with what we need to deal with again with the next curse. Because I feel like it's just going to be curse after curse after curse until we, whatever happens quest-wise. But again, I could be wrong. I don't really know. Then we'll enter the Bald Hilltop. Oh, I have a bad feeling about all of this. Trust me, getting drenched is not the worst of your issues right now.
Time for fun.
There's the spiders we have to deal with. Let's just spam our spells, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I make that 6 spiders. Good hit. And we need to find a way probably to close that, maybe. Where's my boy? what? Let's use Scorching Ray. I don't want to clash Molten Orb when everyone was still pretty close by. Christian! Wait, that one is dead. Octavia. Nice hit. If these spiders are all we have to fight, this won't be too difficult, I don't think. Can I get you to go here? Do you have... No, you don't. But you can hit that. That'll do. Valde, just go say hit whatever one you can be asked. I mean it.
Tear them apart!
Again, just like that. That's what we like. That one's dead from the attacks of opportunity. That one's dead because the dog's awesome. Mr. Wes, let's hit a magic missile. Kill that one. 2 spiders left.
You forced my hand.
Christian misses, because of course he does.
This is for you!
Octavia misses, which is unfortunate.
I'll cut you.
The Gongar misses, because he's useless.
Do not falter!
They go down!
Nice immediate. Unlucky dog. For you though, you can use your burning hands. Oh, I think I just hit the Gongar with it.
I'll try to make this swift.
I make no apologies. Oh, we lost it. Oh no, we lost it, I think. But whatever.
I'll fight if I have to.
Are we saving? I can't figure out whose rolls whose in that. That one is definitely dead. Someone called Silky has just appeared. Or is that a thing? I don't know. We'll worry about that in a minute. Yep, Silky is coming to attack us.
Now I'm angry.
It's a Dryad, noted. Using Hold Person on Val. Dog go attack the Dryad. You missed. Wes, you are struggling. Wes down.
So it's come to this.
The weak suffer. I endure.
You can't stop me.
We're missing a lot. Gongar, can you use your Shocking Grasp on the Doom Spider? Never mind. Three Cure Serious Wounds on Wes. That will do the trick.
Death comes.
That'll do it. How many hold persons can you actually hit at once? Like, it's now on the ground. I don't think he can get up just now. Nice Scorching Ray, actually.
I won't go down this easy.
We are struggling. Nice couple of hits. Okay, this fight went badly. But that's okay. That's okay. Just need to take out the spiders a lot quicker. Which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. To be a bit quicker is nothing wrong with it.
Don't know? Don't care.
You know about this fight here now?
Entertainment!
So we know we've got all these spiders to deal with, so let's just try and deal with them as quick as possible. You're going to rage immediate and you're going to go hit. Like that. Holy hell! Okay, the dog and me have just murdered 2 spiders
Repent!
immediately. And Trish, you got a hit, which is all you can ask for. Gonga. Sweet. Val. And none of these are in range for you. So I'm just going to bring you to be here and hope for the best. Wes. That's not good range for you. Okay, so these are all pretty much out of your range. You can cast Grease. Works for me. I got through it. Octavia. Nice hit. Another one dead. Is that another 2 that have just spawned in? I believe so. Okay. Interesting.
You forced my hand.
Lucky Ragongar.
Die for me.
Solid hit.
Let us strike as one.
Another one dead. Wes. Can we hit a Burning Hands? Another one dead. You've not been
This
poisoned,
is for you.
which is what we like to see. Solid hit from Amiri. And the dog.
I'll try to make this swift.
Suggestion misses, of course it does.
Bleed for me.
Fuck
Do
me.
not falter.
Out of my way!
That was my own fault. I didn't click one of the things.
I'll fight if I have to.
Nice hit.
Bring it.
Dead. Okay. Dog. Nice hit. That's what we wanted. Okay. Christian. Is that 3 dogs? 4 dogs? Sweet. That's helpful, Christian. These 4 dogs are going to have a turn next time. How did this little spider hit? If you used Hold Person on Wes, which, while annoying, is actually kind of fine. Who's this? Just the dog? Yes. Okay. Nice miss.
Onwards. Ah!
Yeah, we need to try and save Wes here.
Now I'm angry.
You can't stop me.
Nice miss again. Amiri, if you could just... Yeah, just hit. Unlock it. Christian!
So it's come to this.
Nice. The dogs are missing. Right, Wes is back with us. Which is always good. Let's see if he can hit this shocking grasp. He did. Done a decent amount of damage, but not anywhere near enough. Val is now on Hold Person. Wes is back with us.
I don't like you!
Who doesn't do enough with the stab, annoyingly.
Consider me
Octavia, you're not meant to miss.
They go down!
Either you or Miri. Nice.
Repent!
My god, people. Our dogs are missing everything. Will save on him. There's another shocking grasp. Nice miss, I guess. You're not passing that will save still. Wesley. Can we hit Scorching Ray on Silky? Nope, we've missed. Bastard.
This is for you!
Thank you for finally killing that one. Amire. What's this? Okay, that's fine. You missed again, dog. Missed again. These dogs will keep missing, I think. If you could go and heal Wes. That's awesome. Oh, you hit. Well done. Okay, now Wes has been hit with a hold. Whatever you call it. Hit that moon orb. Nope. Val's not saved that. Wes hasn't saved that. Octavia, you can, however, use your magic missile on Silky. Amiri, for love of Christ, hit, please. Solid 14 damage. Dog missed, which is fine. Tristan, can you try and hit a Scorching Ray? You missed, that's okay. Well done, doing 0 damage. Oh, I think Wes just been hit with that laughter thing, what I've got its name. Right, try and use Shocking Grasp on this Doom Spider. No, but you did get a solid-ish hit on it. Val's just stuck. Wes is not much use at the moment. Let's hit another magic missile. Just kind of chip away.
Tear them apart!
Nice hit. You've now took that out. Her out, sorry. Which just leaves a Doom Spider.
You forced my hand.
I guess I'm at the stage where I'm not really sure fully what's going on.
The weak suffer.
Ow.
I endure.
Arsehole. That'll do the trick. And everybody is alive. Just about. Fragment of Ancient Pillar. Whatever that says. Cloak, dagger, something else. Guess can have a look around the hilltop.
Not that I care.
Oh, I forgot. That's my fucking grease spell that everyone's falling on. Actually, had forgot I cast that. My bad.
Follow me.
I just thought it was like just a bit of design on the map. I forgot that was my spell. So we've done all that. The best thing I could suggest we do now is rest, I think. I think if we rest now, it's not the worst idea that we could possibly have. So let's leave the area, I think. Let's leave the area. Head back to our capital. Do a rest there, because we know we'll be fine if we rest there. Plus, it's only a little bit away. And then we... yeah, we've done that. Because if we rest there, we can then start that journey all over again. Which I would be okay with, I think. Does mean that everything I kind of thought about doing we just haven't really done today. Bridge over the Gudun River. So we have Throne Room, Tavern, Main Square, which I'm currently trying to build up. There's our pier, there's our watchtower, I think. We're in the process of building walls. But let's go to the Throne Room. We are going to rest. But first, actually, we're going to hit our little... manage our Kingdom Affairs, I think. Okay, I don't know where you want me to found this new crossroad. Oh, that'd be the new settlement up there. Right, okay, they're the new settlements. Gotcha. Nope, nope. That one... I think we just did that, right? So we've got no events or anything there. Let's go rest up, and that is where we'll probably smartly, I think, leave it for today. Because we've made... I want to say we made, like, no progress, but we kind of did something I didn't want to leave any longer. So we have done that. We are healed up. Save the game. And yeah, let's end it there for today. Next time we actually will make that journey up to wherever it's called for Kaisi's quest. We'll do that, hopefully maybe get it all done next episode, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's going to be quite difficult, especially if it's only us and one other person. But that's the plan for the next one. If you think, or if you know if I've messed anything up already, please, for the love of God, let me know. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.